Hello, good morning to all of you. Myself Manoj Yadav. So, today I will start the lectures of the second class 11th chapter number 2 biological classifications. So, let's start the biological classifications. The chapter of the 11th chapter is the 12th class 11th for foundation preparation. So let's start chapter number 2 biological classifications. Okay. Chapter second is biological classification. Biological classification. First of all, I will discuss about the biological and the classification. So, biological means the morphological characteristics, features, morphological, geographical, and characteristic features of the animals and plants. Okay. Biologicals, that means the living organisms which can classified with the help of their morphology, their geographical and their characteristic features and their body adaptation. There are many points for the classifications. Okay? Depend on the basis of blood shape and their size. Okay. So biological, bio means living organisms, that can be classified with the help of morphological characteristic features, geographical characteristic features and their characteristic features of the animals and plants, how to grow, how to development. Okay. So and other points is there are body adaptations, which body adapted in which areas, okay, for the survival. And the second point is depend on the basis of blood. Some animals have red blood and some animals have not red blood. Depend on the red blood basis to classify. Okay. And some animals have classified with the help of shape, size and their body division, etc. So that is the biological. And the classifications means that how to identify of the animals and plants to which are related to each other are different. Okay, classify means that the how to identify of the animals and the plants which which is similar to or not, similar to each other or not, how to identify. But when which not classify, when which not classify, then do not identify. Okay, so there is the biological classifications. These are the basic points. Now discuss about the first biological classifications who attempt. Okay, so let's start. So it was the biological classifications on the basis of there is a morphological, geographical, and the characteristics features. Okay, so first of all, Ernest Ernest Haeckel. Okay, Ernest Haeckel is the first scientist for the classification. Okay, since dawn of the civilizations, there have been many attempts to classify. Okay, living organisms. So there are the many attempt for the classification of the living organisms. It was done strictly not using the criteria, but scientific, but born out of the needs to use organisms. That means the classification of classification of the animals depends on their needs and their uses. Okay, so Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more Aristotle. Okay, Aristotle is the earliest attempt of the classification of the plant of the plants and animals. Okay, so first point is the Aristotle. Okay, is the earliest classification. Aristotle's which types of classification are going to the animals and the plants depend on the scientific basis. Depend on the scientific basis. Okay, depends on the scientific basis. Okay, clear? He used to simple morphological characteristics to classify plant and trees. Aristotle's are simply classify to the plants and trees depends on the morphological characteristics morphological characteristics. Okay, Aristotle are simply classify to the plants and trees depend on the morphological characteristics. Okay, such as shrubs and herbs, such as shrubs and herbs. Okay, on the basis of shrubs and herbs to classify the plants. Okay, so next is, he is also divided animals into two groups. He is also divided into animals into two group. Okay, two group on the basis of the blood, okay, those which red blood and those not did red blood. First is those which red blood and those which did not red blood. That the classifications of the according to the Aristotle's. Understood? So I am discussing with the help of the point, that is the first point, second point, and it is the third point, and it's also the 4 points. Okay, so this is the classifications by the Aristotle. Okay, so now discuss by the Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, so please write down. Now depending on the kingdom, so Carolus Linnaeus have classified Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, Linnaeus. Okay, so that is the Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus, that is the two kingdom system of classifications with the Plantae and Animalia. So Carolus Linnaeus also are also classified into two group. Okay, into two group. First is Plantae. Okay, first is Plantae, and the second is the Animalia. Okay, Animalia. Second is the Animalia. So Carolus lineae are also classified into two groups. First is the Plantae and second is the Animalia group. Okay. So now discuss about the Animalia. Animalia in the Animalia kingdom was developed that include all the plants and animals respectively. Okay. In the animals Animalia group, in the Animalia group are included to all the animals and the plants. Okay, animals and the plants respectively. So there is the classifications of the Carolus lineage. Okay, so now this systems was used to until the so here is the Animalia. In the Animalia groups, including to all the animals and the plant respectively classified. But Plantae group, in the Plantae group, there are all the types of the plants are classified. Is that in this group is a very recently to classify to this group is a very recently this systems is a very recently used for the classifications. Okay, so that by these systems did not classify by these types of classifications are Carolus lineae classification could not differentiate with the eukaryotic and prokaryotic of the animals. Okay, so Carolus lineae could not classify or the differentiate with the eukaryotic and prokaryotics of the animals. Okay, so unicellular and multicellular organisms photosynthesis grain and into the plants and animals was the easily done and was easily to understand. In that case, there are two types of organisms are also produce, such as unicellular and multicellular of the multicellular organism. Okay, so this is totally Carolus Linnaeus for the plant and animalia kingdom classifications. Okay, in the plant systems, which plants have the photosynthesis activity, they can differentiate to another. Okay, and some plants do not have the photosynthetic activity to convert another group. Okay, so here is next point. Next point is, which plants have the photosynthetic activity? That means the Carolus Linnaeus is another two classifications gives. First is photosynthetic activity plant. Photosynthetic activity plants and don't have photosynthetic activity plants is called fungus. Okay, those plants which have the photosynthetic activity is called the green plant, and those plants don't have the photosynthetic activity is called the fungus. Okay, understood? So there is totally Carolus Linnaeus classifications. Okay, now second point is on the depending on the their another features. So there is the two kingdom classifications used for long time was found inadequate. Need was also felt for including, besides gross morphology and other characteristics, like how to classify of the animals except the morphological characteristic features. So they are including all the features such as the cellular structures. Second is the nature of the cell walls, and third is the mode of nutrition, and fourth is the habitat of the animals, and fifth is the method of reproduction, and sixth point is mentioned evolutionary relationship. Okay, so here is the main points for the classifications of the plants and animals are including, and the some mentioned here classification systems for the living organisms. Classification systems for the living organisms have hence undergo several changes over time. Sometimes where the changes in their characteristic features, so their classifications are different. Okay, so now this is the totally Carolus Linnaeus classifications. So now discuss about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic characteristics features in different. Okay, so write down, this is the totally Carolus Linnaeus classifications. So now discuss the flow chart for the understandings. So make a flow chart for the biological classifications. Okay, flow chart. So here is the first Aristotle. Aristotle's are two classified. First is the plant and second is the animals. Okay, so here is the plant and here is the animals. Okay, animals. Here is a plant is that first is shrubs and here is herbs. Okay, and their animals is that which types of animals which have red blood. Okay, those animals which have red blood and without red blood. Okay, so here Aristotle have two types of classifications or biological classifications. First is the plant and second is the animals. In the plant case, herbs and shrubs are divided into two parts. Plants are divided into two parts. First is the herbs and second is the shrubs. Okay, and other case the animals also divided into two parts or two categories. First is the red blood containing animals and without red blood containing animals. Okay, so there is the total Aristotle's classifications, very easy with the help of flowchart. Understand? So now second is the Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, so Carolus Linnaeus classifications. Carolus Linnaeus classifications also divided into two groups. First is the Plantae and second is the Animalia. Okay, Plantae and Animalia. Okay, Animalia. In that case, plants is all types of plants. Okay, in that case animals is that first is the eukaryotic, prokaryotic and other is the unicellular and other multicellular okay, and other case have the plant two types of classifications. Which plants have photosynthetic activity? Photosynthetic activity, that is green plant, and which plants don't have photosynthetic activity in the fungus. Okay, so there is the Carolus Linnaeus classifications for the understandings and learnings. This flowchart is very easy. Okay, so please make in your notebook Carolus Linnaeus classifications. Okay, so that is the classifications with the help of flowchart for the Carolus Linnaeus or the Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, so now discuss the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Okay, with the help of different types of characteristic features. With the help of different types of characteristic features and depend on the kingdom. Okay, so here discuss about the characteristics of the five kingdom. Okay, characteristics of the five kingdoms depend on the cell type, cell wall, nuclear membranes, organisms, okay, and the mode of nutrition. In that case, make a flow chart. Okay, here is the characteristics. Here is the name of kingdom. Okay, first is that Monera, Protista, Monera, Protista, fungi. Okay, and other is planting and other is animalia. Okay, so here is the five kingdom of classification. So first of all, characteristic features of the shell types. Okay, okay, which types? Cell types. In the Monera case, cell types in which types of organisms. If cell present in the Monera case, which types of organisms is here? Prokaryotic. Okay, prokaryotics. In Protista, eukaryotic. In the Protista, eukaryotic. And the fungi also have eukaryotic. Okay, and the plantae also have eukaryotic, and Animalia is eukaryotic. So cell types in the Monera, prokaryotic organisms have the cell in the case of Monera, and some 4 groups or 4 kingdoms eukaryotic is mentioned. Okay, now discuss about the cell wall. Okay, cell wall is the Monera non-cellular. Okay, non-cellular. Second characteristic feature is cell wall. What? Cell wall. In the Monera case, non-cellular. Non-cellular. Okay. In Protista, present in some ठीक है, some places present are the shell walls. In the fungi, present without cellulose. Present but without cellulose. Okay, and the plantae present. Okay, in the plantae present of the cell wall with the cellulose. Okay, cell wall Monera have no cellular. Okay, Protista present, fungi present, plantae present, and Animalia absent. Okay, so now discuss about the nuclear membrane body. Third characteristic feature is nuclear membrane body. In the case of Monera, how absent of the nuclear membrane body, absent, and all the 4 kingdoms are present. Okay, so here only Monera kingdom is also absent of the nuclear membrane body. Now last point is mode of nutrition. So in Monera case, autotrophic nutrition is in the Monera case autotrophic, and Protista is also autotrophic, and fungi is heterotrophic, and plant is autotrophic. Okay, plant is autotrophic and animalia is heterotrophic. Okay, so here is the mode of nutrition in Monera kingdom, autotrophic. Okay, so photosynthetic and the heterotrophic. Okay, photosynthetic and heterotrophic is also chemosyn synthetics, photosynthetics and the heterotrophic saprophytic parasitic. Okay, so here is the characteristics of the 5 kingdoms. First is the characteristics is the cellular types. In the Monera case, prokaryotic is present cellular types, eukaryotics in the Protista, fungi eukaryotics, plantae eukaryotics and animalia is eukaryotics. Okay, cell walls non-cellular. Okay, Protista present in some, fungi present without cellulose, plantae present with cellulose and animalia is absent. In the animalia is absent of the shell wall. Okay, in cellular nuclear membrane body in Monera case में absent. Okay, Protista present, fungi present, plantae present, animalia present also. Okay, and the last point is mode of nutrition. Autotrophics, heterotrophics, autotrophics, heterotrophics. That case autotrophics which have the photosynthetic activity. Okay, those kingdoms have autotrophics activity. That case have the photosynthetic activity is available. Okay, so there is the classifications and their characteristic features. Thank you for today this video lectures. I hope you well understood and make sure do subscribe, like and share these channels. Thank you so much.